Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be finishing off the first season of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1987 series. Almost said the 2012 series. It took me so long to react to it that it's just ingrained in my brain to just say 2012 after saying TMNT. But yeah, the episode is called Shredded and Splintered, which is actually a pretty fucking cool name of an episode. And it's season finale. So, despite the fact that this show is like from the 80s and doesn't necessarily adhere to modern standards for cartoons, I'm expecting that it's going to be a little bit more of an epic episode compared to some of the other ones. And I'm hoping that it's going to be at least as good as episode 2, if nothing else, because that was honestly the best episode of the season so far for me, the most entertaining one by far. The other ones weren't bad, but I feel like that one just felt like an episode that I could actually watch and not just do it for the channel, you know? Like, it felt like actually a quality episode. I guess episode 1 also kind of did, but episode 2 felt like that the most. So I'm hoping that this one is going to be like that as well. But before we get into the reaction and find out, I do need to remind you that you can get a full-on version of these reactions over on my Patreon and Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to the specific tag I've created for it, you get access to all of my full-on reactions for cartoons, that is. If you want to get the full-on reactions for movies and live-action TV series, you gotta go for a higher tier, because those videos take a much more time and effort to produce, so it's only fair that they would cost more. Although, if you go at the high rating for those, you also will get the cartoons, so I think it's a pretty good deal. But yeah, if you want to just stick with the YouTube reactions, that's completely fine as well. It's completely up to you, so yeah, whichever you decide, you do you. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into episode 5, Shredded and Splintered, in 3, 2, 1.
Master Splinter, we can wait no longer. We must put the shredder
Was that a secret
away.
entrance to the sewers?
I agree, Leonardo. The time has come for the final battle with my old enemy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why the fuck would you climb over when you can just go underneath? It seems like Lou is the only smart person in this fucking show.
I'll get a news crew together, even if I have to tie him up and brand him.
Here, take this. It's a turtle communicator, so you can find us when you've got your crew. We all carry them now.
I was gonna say, why don't you just call it a phone, but it's 1987? So now they do have this fucking flying car, huh? Guys, make sure to check that there isn't a spare blue turbo morpher in that car somewhere. Because you never know.
That was a short trip.
Looks like we're out of fuel.
What sort of juice does this crate take?
Trash.
Plutonium, I think.
Oh, terrific. Maybe we can get a tow to the nearest plutonium station.
Shredder! Why haven't you completed my new body?
Ah, but I have.
Did you have to make it so fat?
Excellent. I want you to add to it this molecular amplification unit.
Where the hell were you hiding that?
You fool! Don't waste time. Your forces are depleted. The turtles are on their way. Install the chip now.
Wait! Wasn't this the chip which Bebop and Rocksteady were after in the crossover in the 5th season of the 2012 series?
Let's break some flies! Go, green machine!
Okay, so they actually say that, huh?
Hey guys, how's it going?
We're a little busy right now, Donatello.
Okay, I'll call back later.
Do that! Out of my face, jerk! Hey,
Now that's the rough I know and love.
Leonardo! Blade time!
Although it still keeps annoying me how they are still calling them each other by the long versions of their names. It's just so annoying.
Byrne just called rescinding this order of yours.
He doesn't know what the turtles are about. They're trying to save us from an alien invasion.
Well, if you only had some proof.
Here, look.
That's good enough for me. Stop him! So,
Really, you fell for that trap, Splinter?
I am. But am I here? Or here? I could be anywhere. Even right behind you.
You can never win. Gentle always turns away strong.
You wretched rodent.
Well, guys, it's been great knowing you.
We've known each other for like 5 episodes.
Come on, guys! Welcome aboard the Turtle Blimp. Does this thing actually work? Just watch.
And you just build that in like, what, 20 minutes?
You have corrupted my teaching. You have brought dishonor upon the noble Foot Clan. Now you will pay.
It's kind of weird to have the Foot Clan be noble. Because of what we got in the 2012 series, where Hamato Clan was wanting the Foot Clan were the evil guys.
This is taking too long. We've got to shrink this guy down.
You know, Liu could have done that with his sword as well.
He's gonna use it to turn us back into ordinary turtles.
Well, gang, looks like it's back to the old pet shop for us.
Far from it. Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
Good! Good job, Splinter.
Master Splinter, climb on my back.
It looks like Team Rocket is blasted off again!
Hope of being human again.
I had to destroy it to save you.
What happened to Krang and the Shredhead? How much you want to bet they're gonna try to open that dimensional portal? Conquer my home dimension.
But I don't want to conquer this place. I want to conquer Earth.
Oh, why are you such a whiny bitch, Shredder?
You will do my bidding from now on.
The Shredder takes orders from no one.
I kinda like him more without his mask, I gotta be honest. He looks scarier like that.
The turtles turned out to be the saviors of the city as they fought off
And again, it's kinda weird for the Turtles to actually be on like TV and talked about on TV, because it's all been about the secret. Okay. I think I know one thing for sure. I'm definitely not reacting to more than one episode of this show in a row again. Because I feel like the fact that I just kind of binged 3 episodes in a row really kind of ruined my enjoyment of them. Because I feel like that's the only thing that kind of explains why I feel like even this episode wasn't that entertaining. I don't know. Just felt kind of lame and kind of stupid, and it didn't really have any fun or entertaining moments in it. Like, I feel like I didn't enjoy it so much that I'm kind of considering not even making this like a video. I'll probably do it because I've recorded it. I'm not gonna just waste the 20 minutes that I sit down for. But yeah, I don't know. I think the main thing that I'm feeling right now is just that I don't know if I want to continue reacting to this show, at least not to the silly seasons, because from what I've heard of this show, it's season 1 that is decent, and then it's the Red Sky arc. I really don't know if I want to go through all of the silly episodes, because there's definitely parts of it that I definitely wouldn't mind watching, like whenever Casey shows up. I think it could be really funny, really fun to see, because I really like the take on the character in this version of the show, the little that I've seen of it. But yeah, at the very least, I'm not gonna be reacting to this show for a couple of days. That's for sure. But yeah, I kind of like the semblance of like a character arc and a plot arc that you can see in this first season, because like I don't think shows back then really had much of that. Like, I don't think live action TV shows for like adults had much of that going for them, let alone cartoons. So it's kind of cool that you have a little bit of like a proto plot and a proto character arc in this first season, with the Turtles wanting to find a cure for Splinter to turn him back to human, and then in the final episode of the season he has to sacrifice being able to be returned to human form to save the Turtles from being murdered, essentially. I kind of like that. That is probably the best part of the episode, if I gotta be honest. The rest of it was just kind of lame and dumb, and I just couldn't really give a shit. And again, I'm gonna say it. big part of why I feel like I didn't enjoy the last 3 episodes that much is the fact that I'm kind of tired. It's definitely the fact that I'm watching 3 episodes in a row, so I'm getting burnt out really quickly from a show that is already kind of a chore to watch 1 episode of it. So I gotta keep that in mind. So I'm probably gonna be continuing to watch the reactions just to see how much the show degrades, but I'm definitely not gonna be reacting to more than 1 episode per day. That's for sure. I'm not doing this shit again. But yeah, I definitely feel like there was a little bit more stakes to this episode. Like, it felt a little bit more serious and not just nonsensical bullshit happening. Just like episode 2, so I think I would probably put it either at number 2 or number 3 in terms of its quality, but I still think out of all the 5 episodes of this first season, episode 2 was like the only one that I actually enjoyed and I would want to rewatch. I don't know. I don't know exactly why, because that one also had its dumb share of dumb moments, but I don't know, that one just felt like the most good, honestly. So yeah, kind of interesting, but still, it's just hurt by the era that it's coming from. And I'm now curious how much better the Red Sky arc is gonna be like. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when we get there, I guess. In terms of a rating for this one, I think I'm going to go with another 6.6 out of 10. Because I think it's kind of decent. Like I said, I like the semblance of plot and character arcs, but there's still not enough meat in this to really enjoy it. There's certain aspects like seeing the Dimension X being like hell, and seeing Shredder's face, that's kind of cool, but I don't know, just like the last 2 episodes, I feel like it is just a little bit of shit happens without really much of a rhyme or reason, whereas episode 2, like I said, felt like it had a goal, it had an idea, and it had a pretty good execution. I don't know how popular of opinion this is gonna be, but that's how I feel about it. So yeah, what did you guys think about this episode and this first season? Comment thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon: Deadpool, August Dice, and Little Uzi. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me if you have decided to support me, if you've continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly. Which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair, and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything, and that kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt-tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Coffee account, where you can pledge the support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video to somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!